Another beautiful February morning. Good day for a hike. Got my hat. We're good. Good morning, everybody. Today I am back in Glen Mills, Pennsylvania, Delaware County, and I am at, where am I at? Oh yeah, I am at Bonner Park. Plan for today is to basically hike around. There's multiple trails here. I'm going to hike around, kind of around the outside. I'll put up a map to give you a general idea of the direction that I'm going. I'm planning on doing a loop coming back along Chester Creek, and that'll pretty much complete the loop. But there's some interesting things back here that I'm curious to check out. So should be fun. Should be a good day. Right now it is 30 degrees out. I don't expect it to get much warmer. Yeah, so that's about it. There's something else I wanted to say and I can't remember what it was. So all right, let's get started. Let's have some fun. Moving on. There's the creek. There's a couple mallard ducks out there. They just went down the waterfall. That tiny little waterfall. And now they're flying away. I just remember what I wanted to say. They had a map showing all the trails back here, and they're all colored, but I don't know, it didn't seem to match up with all trails. This right here that I'm on is what they consider the blue trail, but all trails doesn't list any of the colors, and I plan on following all trails for the loop. I actually missed where I wanted to cross the track, so I'm going to double back, try to figure this out. Alright, back on the trail. Got distracted by the creek and missed the turnoff. Okay, so this park, Bonner Park, is located right down the street from Barrett Meadow Park, where I hiked the other day. That also runs along Chester Creek, but is more of a loop trail around the meadow and some swampy areas. Whereas Bonner Park here is definitely more of a hike through the woods. So there's an old fence over there. Let's go check that out. Alright, here's that fence. I don't see no trespassing signs or anything. Not a very old fence. Well, that's interesting. I don't know if you can see that down there, but there is a frozen waterfall. Ooh, I'm trying to right about there. How cool is that? Which leads to the next question. How do we get down there? Alrighty, so not even 10 minutes into the hike and I'm going off trail. I'm gonna see if I can find a way down there, or at least a little bit closer. On my way down to the waterfall, stumbled upon a little bit of a lookout. I don't know if you have to reserve seating, but interesting spot. There's a view from the lookout. Train runs right across down here, train tracks, and the creek is also right there, and then there's this tiny little bridge that goes over the creek, like a walking bridge. Pretty cool stone little bridge. Maybe you have to check that out. Looks like the trail on the way back around the loop will come close to that, so you'll be able to check that out better. Alright, it does look like I can get closer going down along there, but it also, the trail that runs down there does look like it comes close to where that waterfall is down there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep following the normal trail loop around, and on the way back I'll see if there's a better access point to that waterfall before I try to traverse down into the gorge. Yeah, there's a trail down there, so alright, that's the plan. Continuing following the planned trail for now. Oh, that's interesting. Tree's got a nice set of burls. Who says nature doesn't have a sense of humor? Looks like there's a pond or something down here. Could be on private property though. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Again. Another deer leg in a tree. So another PSA. If you're squeamish, look away for the next few seconds. Somebody's got to know what animal is leaving these deer legs in a tree. Alright, looks like there's some ruins up here on the right hand side. Old building, you can see the chimney. Old stone building. Have some information about it. Let's go check it out. It looks like they're restoring it, keeping it from collapsing. Pretty cool. Okay, so this is the Taylor Fraser Farm, home to American patriots. Try to read it, it's kind of worn out. The Taylor Fraser house is in ruins, but during the Revolutionary War it was home to a husband and wife who served as American patriots. On September 11, 1777, the Battle of Brandywine took place, just 5 miles from here. Colonel Percifer Fraser commanded a regiment of soldiers fighting almost in his own backyard. His wife, Mary Taylor Fraser, boldly faced British troops as they plundered the farm. The Fraser story is one of sacrifice and courage. Their experience were typical of men and women who fought for freedom during the Revolution. This one's a little easier to read. On September 13th, 1777, British soldiers surrounded the Fraser farm. They hoped to capture Colonel Fraser and seize American supplies that they believed were hidden there. Mary's children, servants, and an injured American soldier escaped into the woods. Mary and her slave Rachel remained to protect the home. The soldiers took the food, clothing, horse, liquor, and a precious store of salt. Mary resisted British orders to help them find supplies. She hid important papers and valuable family heirlooms. By her own account, years later, she confronted the looting soldiers and made them return some of the stolen items. Hey, good for her. Go, girl. Her defiant resistance made her a local heroine whose story is still told today. That's pretty awesome. It's a shame it's not in better shape, given the history, but I appreciate that they're trying to save it. This is kind of cool. So here's a photo of the one side of the house, and it's right next to the actual side of the house over here. Let me pan up. You can kind of see the chimney. Pretty cool. Here's some photo of the inside of the house from 1893. So the original part of the house with the large chimney was built in 1739. And then 1770, they expanded the house. There's a shot of it from 1893, the outside. And then it had a barn. Alright, let's go check this out. So you have the chimney. They're actually doing a pretty nice job restoring the stonework. Let me pan up. Some of the stonework. I'm going to say picnic table is not original to the house. But this is awesome. The old oven. These fireplaces where they have dual fireplaces on each side are pretty cool. Most likely meant that the room was divided. Looks like somebody's getting ready to move in. Got the firewood already. Let me pan up on this side of the fireplace. See some of the stonework. A little bit of a view overlooking what is now a golf course. I would think the well You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm going to assume that that is the well. I'm going to try to make it around to the... Ooh. I was going to try to make it around to the other side, but they're all thorn bushes. I draw the line at bushwhacking through thick thorn bushes. So, alright. I could not complete the 360 outside tour. So I'll just get another shot of it from back here. Pretty cool, really cool. Love the history. Alright. That was a nice surprise. Alright, moving on. Continuing down the trail. I don't see any blazes. So I don't know if this is actually a blazed trail. Some more ruins back here. So you have these two pillars, stonework. Anybody have any ideas what this would have been for? Possibly with a platform on top for a lookout over the field. And you have more of a square foundation with all these rocks back here. Yeah, this could have housed something, spring house maybe. And that's a little too big for a spring house. But maybe service their quarters. Who knows? It's pretty cool. Another look at it from this side. You have the square building and then the two stone pillars. After making it through some of the brush, here's the back side of this little stone building. This is looking towards those stone pylons. But you can see, you know, this is going down. This is all stonework here. So this was a wall, and you had another wall kind of coming on this side, and another one. It's kind of sits a little bit back over here. It's not as defined. That's looking out. That would have been the view. This wall here actually runs further down, actually all the way back there. I have no idea if this is showing up on the camera or not, but I'm going to try to get over here and see if I can see anything else. So you can kind of see a little bit more of a rock wall coming around this way. Makes you wonder what was back here. It's actually not small. This could have been a house. Alright, so I just noticed that this corner of what I think was an old house, the stones actually run all the way back through, and I can't see beyond that one right there, but you can see them embedded in the ground. So the structure was, I think, much bigger than what it first appeared to be. You know what? It makes me wonder if the back wall over here had some sort of a entrance underneath this area over here, kind of like a secret storage area. My imagination is running away from me here. Part of me wants to dig it up and satisfy my curiosity. I somehow think that would be very much frowned upon. All right, let me go find where I put my backpack. Ah, there it is. All right, we're gonna get back on the trail, continuing the hike. I am back on the trail. There's blazes for the orange trail, which I have no idea where that goes. So we've connected up to the orange trail. I think this is just going to loop around back onto itself. A little bit of a boulder field. All right, we are on the main trail. We're on the back side of the loop. We're heading toward or down to the creek area, and to also attempt to find a way to get closer to that waterfall. So stay tuned. All right, this is interesting. Okay. So these rock face cliffs, there's the fence up there. So we're close to where we want to be for the waterfall. So we're kind of working our way down into the gorge right now. But that's pretty impressive. I'm going to follow this little path over here and get a closer look at what's back here. Deviating from the trail. Another view of the rock formations, beech trees. I don't know if you can see this on here, but that looks like a cave. I'm looking to see if there's a way to get back there. Through the thorn bushes. Now it's an adventure. Loose rock. That was definitely not pretty, but we made it up here. It's a little bit of a cave. It doesn't go back too far. That looks like that could be an opening and go back further. Everything's kind of collapsed around it, but there may have been more of an opening over there at one point. Here's a view looking out. Somebody was feasting in here. Piece of cake. Alrighty, moving on. Let's go see what else we can find. Getting closer to the road. Railroad tracks are to the right. And I'm guessing Chester Creek should be over there as well. Now this is interesting. And if you look to the left, there's some cement foundations and cement work. It's kind of built into the side of this hillside here. If anybody has any idea what this was, just leave a note in the comments. I'm very curious. Interesting. It's going to take a lot of WD-40 to get that nut off. Maybe a little red wrench. Again, not something you see every day. The holes look like they would have been used for support beams. It's almost at the right level for the other concrete structure over here. Interesting. Again, if anybody knows what it is, let me know in the comments. I'm really curious. Alrighty, moving on, continuing down the trail. So there's a bunch of woodpeckers in that one tree out there, and I'm trying to get them on video. Alright, continuing down the trail. You can see the fence on the left-hand side here, still kind of running around the ridge of the drop-off. And hopefully this path will take us down there. Heading down. Preferably on my feet. I'm going to follow this down there. I see the waterfall, so it's within reach. Almost there. We can do this. Alright, I'm going to put the camera away real quick. as I make my way down this shady little path here. I made it down the worst part of that little area. Ended up falling on my ass and sliding down like with the last third of that. I'm all good. No injuries. I did get down faster that way though. Alright, now to find my bearings and to figure out where that waterfall is. Just gonna follow this around a little bit. Oh, I see it. And like I was hoping, there looks like there's a path that'll take us back there. Let's continue on. And that frozen waterfall should be over here somewhere. I was going to say that this might be the perfect time to come back here when everything is pretty much dead and you can see everything. I feel like summertime, early fall, it's going to be so overgrown back here that it'll be really, really hard to see a lot of this stuff or even get through here. This lined along all of these trails, unfortunately, are thorn bushes. And they suck. There it is. There is the frozen waterfall. We've made it. That's interesting. It's all frozen back here. Snow and ice. Leads me to believe this is probably underwater or very marshy most of the time. There it is. That is so cool. Awesome. So when we came in, we were all the way up there. All right, as we say goodbye to the frozen waterfall and try to find our way back out to the trail. Wrong way. All right. Actually, that wasn't the wrong way. It just loops around. So, it is really cold back here. But that was pretty cold, man. That was completely unexpected. Almost everything today was unexpected. The old Revolutionary house. Some of the other ruins. Obviously the waterfall. It's quite the little cave thing. That was pretty cool. yeah, I mean, quiet little spot back here in Glen Mills, and who knew all this stuff was back here. But yeah, it's been a pretty awesome day. All right, I'm going to try to find the path, get back on the trail, and head down to the creek. All right, so I kind of made it out to the trail, then I got sidetracked because I came across some more ruins. You can see the wall here. There's kind of runs in here. Actually, where I'm standing is part of a wall as well. And then you have all right, you have the area, this wall over here, which is right next to the train tracks. On the other side of that, looks like there would have been a bridge or tunnel or something over there. We'll go. The trail actually takes us over on that side, so we'll go check it out. But I wanted to check out the back side, so I'm just going to walk around this way for now before heading back over to the trail, just to kind of check some of this out. Pretty cool. Now see, that's interesting. That's got those same types of bolts, studs, and nuts in the cement over there. But this structure here, definitely older stonework. Sorry, a hawk just flew over. Got distracted. What was I saying? Oh, the stonework is much older than the concrete and cement one further down. And there's some really interesting spots back here. Yeah, these ruins actually run over here. There's some stonework that runs over here. It's kind of embedded into this tree over here a little bit. There's some stonework. I'm not going to head down there and explore that today, but that might be worthwhile coming back at some other point and checking that out. I'm going to head back over to the trail. The trail takes us across the train tracks. Yeah, this. We'll have to come back and kind of explore around here some more. But I can see some more bolts sticking up out of the ground over there. So I'm assuming that that's probably stonework underneath all that dirt and everything. One last look at that stone structure as I trip over some rocks. Oh, here's that little walkway bridge that I saw from up that one overlook. It's a cool little bridge. Little waterfall down here. Chester Creek. I mean, this one's is more concrete, definitely different than some of the older ones, but it's unique. I'm gonna see if there's any signage on it as to kind of dating it. No, I don't see any. Sometimes they have plaques on the bridges It kind of dates them. But there's a shot down Chester Creek. There's a shot kind of looking up Chester Creek. Alrighty. Can't go more than 10 feet without finding more ruins. Stone structure, similar to the other one. You got two of these stone structures right next to each other, marking a driveway or something. And then you have a stone structure back there, foundation. And there's all kinds of stonework, like over here and all back here. There's some more pylons. Actually, I don't know, man. There's just so much back here. It's crazy. Like, it just makes me really like wonder what all of this stuff was back here. If it's all related, or it's just different eras, different things were built. I mean, the stonework's definitely much different than up by the Revolutionary House. Some of it is, though. I don't know. This is definitely not my area of expertise. We'd have to get the wandering woodsman to come out here and check out this stuff. He's one of my favorite YouTube hikers. Just does a lot of great stuff. If you aren't familiar with him or haven't checked out his channel, you should definitely do so. He just has fantastic videos, very informative. He loves ruins. He loves history. He does a lot of themed Pennsylvania history stuff, like the French Indian War. He's hiking the Mason-Dixon Trail. If that stuff interests you, you should definitely check out his channel. I will put a link to it in the description. But yeah, this is like right up his alley with all these ruins back here, and then the Revolutionary House. Yeah, definitely. So we're right here by the creek. Let's take a little walk down. The water level is just so low, you would never normally have an opportunity to come out here. Nice shot looking up the creek. It's interesting if you look over onto the right bank, like right here, you can kind of see some more stonework, and the tree has kind of grown over that stonework. I mean, that's definitely not something that's been done recently. But that stonework runs all along this section of the creek. Alrighty, leaving the creek, heading down the trail. Of course, there's some more ruins here on the left-hand side. That's cinder block. All right. Is it possible that there was a canal back here? There goes my tripod. Because you got, once again, more stone structures up there. You have these boulders lined along here. And then the cinder block cement foundation there. Something to do with flooding, maybe. Something to do with the railroad. The railroad tracks are right up there. I'm gonna stop guessing because I have no idea. Getting back on the trail. All right, I think that's gonna about do it for today. It's been quite an interesting day. Just a lot of really cool stuff, a lot of unexpected stuff. Still thinking about that Revolutionary house. That thing was fantastic. And I was glad I was able to get down to that waterfall, that frozen waterfall. That was pretty cool. Just a really cool day. Not much in the way of photography, but there's just so much more going on. Just an enjoyable hike. Beautiful place back here at Bonner Park. Really nice trails. A lot of stuff going on that it's pretty much hidden back here. You wouldn't even realize, that any of this stuff is back here. So, absolutely fantastic day. Thanks for coming along, and I will see everybody at the next video. Peace. I'm going to switch lenses real quick. Sticker bush. Got a little nervous there for a second. I'm like, is a tree falling? Is it a branch? I'm not seeing it. I hear it coming down. That's it. I'm about to get crushed.